Hey, what's up guys, Exalted here, and in today's video, I want to kick off a new series that hopefully I'll be posting about once to twice a month, and I want to call it Staying Ahead of the Curve. So, as you guys might know, the average Fortnite player is getting really good, and they're getting really good really fast. The reason why I'm starting this series is because I really want to make sure that you guys, including myself, can stay ahead of the curve, in the sense that we will always be one step ahead of the average Fortnite player. The problem with a lot of pros right now is they're complaining because these average Fortnite players are catching up to them. The average Fortnite player is catching up to these pros. The pros are struggling. They're not getting kills like they used to. They're not dropping 20 bombs like they used to. They're not winning all their 1v1 situations like they used to. This new series is going to be completely dedicated to teaching you guys easy techniques, super creative techniques, and just like all around new techniques that people don't really think of that will drastically increase your Fortnite gameplay, and it'll drastically increase the amount of 1v1s and your win consistency. So with that being said, welcome to my new playlist of Staying Ahead of the Curve. I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get right into it. Alright guys, so the first tip that I have for you is super easy. You don't have to be very mechanically skilled to perform this. This will take anybody, beginner, advanced player, like 5 to 10 minutes to learn this in Playground. So what it is it's simply just a little side maneuver, right? So you're just going up straight and you put two walls, 1, 2, and then a ramp, and you keep going up. You can do this to the left, you can do this to the right, whatever you, like whatever the situation calls for. Now, the reason why I love this maneuver so much is because the amount of things that you can build off of it figuratively, like the creative possibilities of this move, are like almost endless. I've never seen a player against me use this move ever. And there's so many different things you can do with it. For example, the first one is, I'm sure you guys have seen players that do this all day when pushing high ground, right? They just sit there and they pyramid over themselves. That way they theoretically don't get shot as much when going for high ground. Now, let's say you're not as advanced of a player, or maybe you're that advanced of a player, but you're just not feeling like sweating as hard in this situation. What you can do is you can simply just do your little side thing, place a pyramid, protect yourself. Go to the other side, place a pyramid, protect yourself. And you can do this at full speed. It's super easy to learn. And you have not only full protection, I almost fell right there. Not only do you have full protection from up and down, like look, you're just going in between back. You cannot shoot at the player. It's super difficult. Not only do you have full protection, it's a double ramp wall. So not only is this a double ramp wall like this, it's a double ramp wall, except every other ramp is protected by a pyramid. So you just sit here, super covered, not worrying about losing your high ground. You're not going to get shot down, and it's insanely easy. I mean, I messed up there because I was talking at the same time, but you get the point. This is definitely one of the most underrated and easy maneuvers to do. Now, the exact same maneuver you can use in another situation. Let's say you're building up, right? And your opponent gets the ramp over your head. A lot of players will simply do a move like this, where they'll go up and then start building up from there, or they'll go down here and they'll kind of build up this way, or like whatever it might be. If you do the move that I just taught you guys, you're good to go. Like, it doesn't matter if they ramp over you. You can just keep going. You can do it to the left if they ramp over you twice. So like, let's say in your situation where they go like this to you, and you can't go to the right, you can just simply go this way, right? So there's so many different things you can do with this this first little technique that I'm showing you guys. Get creative with it. It's super easy to get creative with it, and start incorporating this into your game, because it will really quickly help you improve, because no one else does this yet. It'll catch people off guard. They won't know where you are because they're not expecting it. With that being said, let's get straight into the second tip. Alright guys, so the second technique that I want to be talking about today is going to be double editing. The average player can edit without an issue. The greatest example of this is the average player right now can grab high ground by doing this safely all day long. Like, they can just sit here and do this. There's nothing special about doing this anymore, right? When they start build fights now, is a lot of players, they start build fights like this. They do their, I just lagged really bad. That was kind of weird. My computer just froze for a second. They start like this, and then they put a pyramid, expecting to just edit through the pyramid, but their buddies are putting floors there, so they're getting stuck and they're getting forced to do this little outside maneuver, whatever it might be. It's overall not really that efficient anymore. What you can do to combat this, though, is, like I said, double editing. So instead of going up and coming around and doing this maneuver and then editing through the pyramid, what you can learn is you can learn something along the lines of just doing your 290s, double edit, and then you have no issues with your buddy flooring you or pyramiding you, whatever it might be. When you can get comfortable with this, like, you will never have an issue losing high ground. It'll be so much easier. It's super important to learn, and you can use this double edit in about 2 more situations that I'm going to show you right now. Let's say you are ramping straight onto somebody and you realized you caught them under you. Quick edit, kill them, whatever it might be. Or even one more in this situation, one back, one sideways. Easy kill. They never really expect you to do these double edits because not very many players are really comfortable with it, are really comfortable enough to do it in a real game, right? But it's super, super useful. And the final way I want to show you guys is, let's say you're in a build fight with your buddies, right? You have the high ground. Let's say he's trying to get high ground, and you get the I'm sure you guys have done this all the time. You get the floor over him, right? And you're going to edit, and then he puts a pyramid over it. You miss the edit, you don't get the phase, you can't get in his box, you don't catch him by surprise. People are not having an issue countering this anymore. Like, they just put pyramids over themselves, you can never get it. And now, because you're not very confident in your double edits, you're going to miss it every time. You need to get good at your double edits so that you can counter your buddy, get those shots off on him, and get rewarded for that damage by winning the build fight, right? So this double editing is going to be... This is going to be what separates the good players from the really, really good players. You're going to see the really good players now are learning how to get these double edits super, super easily, super, super efficiently, and super consistently. With that being said, let's get straight into the next tips. Alright guys, so for my final tip that'll help you keep you above the curve, and this is probably going to be the most dramatic effect out of all of these, is going to be learning all your different mechanical skills, both to the right and to the left. For example, if you guys are doing the first thing that I showed you, make sure you're learning it to the right and to the left. It's super, super important, super, super crucial, and what's probably going to make the biggest impact on your guys' skill against other players is going to be the directions of your 90s. So most players, I'm going to say, out of a solo game of 100 players, 95 of those players can do 90s just like I just did them. Whether it's to the right or to the left, practically every single player in Fortnite right now can do some sort of form of 90s that gets the job done for them, okay? One player out of that entire Fortnite lobby, which hopefully will be you soon, is going to know how to do 90s both to the right and to the left without an issue whatsoever. If you think about it, let's say you're building up and there's a person building up to your left, right? When you shoot them, if you want high ground to shoot them, you have to go up 1, 2, 3 stories before you're in a position where you're looking to the left and can shoot them. By then, they have shot you down and you have taken 3 stories worth of fall damage, which is not very realistic at all, especially since you're sitting there doing 90s the wrong direction and they're doing whatever they might be doing more efficiently. If someone's building to the left and you learn your 90s to the right, you can sit here and shoot them right here, put a floor, edit them, or like I told you guys, double edit them without an issue. So that's going to be probably one of the biggest things when staying ahead of the curve in Fortnite. Just to kind of recap what we've learned. If you get blocked off, learn this maneuver. If you're not good at doing this, or even double editing like that, you can do something as simple as this. What else did I go over? I went over how important it is to double edit because it makes it harder for people to block you. It also makes it like block you in that situation and in the situation where you're fighting your buddy and want to get the edit on them. And finally, I go over not only learning your 90s to the right, but also learning your 90s to the left as well. Alright guys, that is going to be it for the video. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you really learned something, and I hope this really helps you improve in Fortnite. If you guys enjoy this kind of video, staying ahead of the curve, make sure you hit that sub button. I am literally one sub away from hitting 30,000 subscribers. thank you guys again. This is amazing. Thank you guys so much for your support. Notification Squad, you guys are absolutely unreal. With all that being said, if you guys enjoyed staying ahead of the curve and you want to see more videos like this, hit that sub button. I'll be doing this hopefully twice a month, with the intent of keeping you guys ahead of the curve. With all that being said, thank you everybody so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.